So I wanted to start off the video by making some of these Gobber armor bits. Also, my shaders is being really weird today, but yeah. So the Gobber actually gives us quite a bit more armor compared to diamond armor. So if we look at the diamond armor, chest piece says 8 and 2 armor toughness, but this says 2.5 armor toughness and 11 armor. And also it has whatever that percentage is. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's very, very beneficial, it seems. So I think is this how I make the pants? Yes. Okay. I need space. Oh no. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on. Take these out. I did quite a bit of mining off camera, yes, of course, and it just did a little bit of work to get a little bit more of the fundamentals down for what we need. Sorry, my allergies are really getting to me today, but yeah, so this Gobber armor seems very, very useful and very powerful, but I did a bit of the mining off camera, got some diamonds, got a bit more iron because I was running super low on iron, and I wanted to make some more of these basic generators. I also made a few more overclocker upgrades, and now we have 3 basic generators, and our powered furnace is pretty fast. If I get some like zinc or something like that, I think that can be smelted. Yeah, so now it smelts stuff super duper quickly, not like instantly, but pretty quick. And these basic generators kind of keep up slightly depending on how much there is. So I think a full stack would probably knock out all these generators, but it's still pretty fast, so that works. Oh, and the sun is setting. Oh, so pretty. But how's it going, everybody? Decisive TV here. I'm back for another modded series video for today, and we are going to be working on some of the stuff around our base. We need to set up more fundamental stuff like oh, that was way too far in. We need to set up more crops. We need to set up maybe more sugarcane or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I want to get the enchantment table set up so we can smell. Oh, that looked weird. So we can start enchanting our Gobber stuff. Because adding enchants onto already pretty good armor would be super duper nice. I also kind of figured out what was making our game lag here. Obviously the chisels and bits mod is fairly laggy by itself. However, a lot of these lighting updates too, but there was a ton of catfish sitting just over there about where the zombie is, and that was making our game I didn't know that could happen. What happened? Oh no. I guess there's just a random hole in our house now. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's gonna be pretty, whoa. But over here in this little hole right here, there was like a million catfish. So I just made them go bye-bye. And that seems to have helped a little bit with the FPS lag that we're getting. Obviously, having complementary shaders going doesn't help all too much, but I do have a pretty powerful GPU. I have a 2070 Super, so hopefully it's not getting close to the time for an upgrade, but I am looking at getting a new graphics card anyway, so maybe. I also made a tertium, I think that's how you pronounce it, watering can, and this basically just waters a bigger area. I don't know if it does it more efficiently, but just sat here looking at these crops, watching some Time Off exclusive, and was just watching his videos while I was collecting some of that Inferium essence. But I was also using the Staff of the Farmer, which I accidentally grew a bunch of flowers and grass in this area. Yeah, we have a bunch of seeds and that sort of stuff, which we don't really need, but we need a variety of food, so I have potatoes and carrots here. Also have strawberries, but I don't know. Oh, and pumpkins and melons and onions. So I don't know how I plant these. I wonder if I can just, can I? let's see. Can I just plant these on regular soil, or does it have to be somewhere special? Oh, I can. Aw, yeah. We're gonna grow onions and actually be able to make food, because we need a bigger variety of food for the right, spice of life. That's what it's called. So we need a bigger variety of food, and having these crops will allow us to use Pam's HarvestCraft, so we can make a whole bunch of these different kinds of foods and jams and sandwiches and that sort of stuff. And they all count as different things. And also these pies are crazy. Look at that. They give you 3.5 hunger bars plus a bunch of saturation. Oh my gosh. But we actually need to get the things for it. So strawberries. Yeah, it's a whole process. But we need to set up these farms first. And then I think we can move on with our life. Okay, so I'm trying to visualize how I want to set up the farms, because I'm kind of thinking I want to have a like a kind of a village center. I want to build a village. I want to have areas and have buildings and that sort of stuff, and make it feel lively here in our mod pack in our world. And so I think setting up kind of a village center around here would be super duper cool. So we would have quite a bit of houses and that sort of stuff, have a few roads that would lead out, and there would be like some small little kind of crop areas, you just kind of, throughout, spread out a little bit, but quite a few more houses out here. And then eventually, I think I want it to have a road that leads over here, like to our actual kind of base right there, or a little Japanese fishing shack. So I think having a road and then having it further away from the village and having a bunch of crops and that sort of stuff would be super cool, because that would be kind of like the rural area of our world here, or our little starter area over here. And I think the crops would fit in perfectly, sitting next to the river and that sort of stuff. Maybe we make kind of a road and like a few dock houses or something like that, just to, make it where the village is kind of supported on trade and trading their crops and that sort of stuff. So maybe build like a boat with like a few hay bales or something like that, send it away or something like that. I think would be super duper cool. But I gotta sleep. So yeah, I think maybe we get rid of this mud. Oh, that's a creeper. Okay, this needs to go bye-bye. Go bye-bye. Yes. So I think maybe we'll have the houses, like the dock houses, like somewhere over here. So I think over here we could set up a bunch of fields and that sort of stuff. Maybe I should lay out the road before I get too far into anything. Maybe have like a little bridge, because I seem to go towards that little close-in area a bit more than I go like all the way around. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that, plan out a little bit of stuff. I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alrighty, so I decided to lay out a little bit, and the cobblestone is actually the paths. So this would mean something, but we'll get to that in a second. So the cobblestone is actually the paths that are going to lead to the village and over to our base and over to that thing, which is going to be the houses for the little trade center, sort of dock, whatever thing. So yeah, the cobblestone leads all the way to the river, lake, whatever, pond sort of thing you want to call it. So there's going to be a bridge down there, but it basically leads all the way up, and we can just follow it along, as you can see. So it kind of twists and turns. It's not a directly straight path. There's like barely any straight kind of parts in this pathway, because I want it to feel natural. I want it to feel kind of unique. So adding curves and that sort of stuff to your pathways, just as a tip for building, makes it feel a bit more natural, looks a bit better, and and could do a lot more with it instead of just having a straight path. So right here is the only really straight part because we're going to be inside the city by this point. There's going to be houses on either side, and this is going to be kind of the center area of our village. So I think I kind of want to have it pretty compact in here, with a few houses, a few shops or whatever around here. And then it will go out in its own separate directions and go however we make it, I guess. So yeah, that's the town center. Leads over here. I think I put this as kind of a cutoff sort of thing, to divide the very urban area to the semi-urban or rural area, and then the rural area with only farms and like barely any houses, maybe a shack or something will be out there. So kind of just as a divider, I was kind of thinking maybe we could put up a wall, but that's just a lot of extra work for something that doesn't really matter too much. I mean, I guess we can make it look cool, but we might as well make the houses look super duper cool. And since it's going to be pretty tightly packed, I kind of want you to be able to see the entirety of the houses that are on the outside, instead of having a wall cover them up, because there's going to be like only a couple block gaps, so you're not really going to be able to see the side of it. So I guess I could do that if I didn't want to do a bit of work on the actual houses, but I do want to design the houses and make them look pretty cool. So I think we're not going to build a wall, but let me know what you guys think if maybe I should. Yeah, the path comes out here, goes in two different areas, kind of forks in the road, if you will, and it kind of swings around here. As you can tell, we're gonna have to get rid of this farm, I think, whenever we actually start making these paths. But yeah, it kind of leads over here over to our little dock area where we're gonna have probably a boat or something like that, a small little boat with a few hay bales, a couple of houses or something over here for like trading stuff. I think having a kind of taxidermy sort of house would be super duper cool here too, and make a little bit of sense. You know, you get the skins or like the animals, they come through, they get taxidermied, and then they can be sent off or taken into the village or something like that, made for rugs or whatever, decoration. I also kind of roughly laid out how I want the crop farm or crop fields to go. I kind of want to have an area, because obviously the house is going to take up a little bit of space, but I kind of want to have an area in between where it's like the crops are here, the houses are here, and there's an in-between area that's just separating the two with maybe like cobblestone or gravel or something like that in between. Yeah, we kind of have the area laid out. The crops kind of go their own sort of way, kind of follow along the path a little bit. Oh, I guess I kind of have to do this again. Yeah, all this is going to be filled in. I don't know if it's going to be with wheat, but I kind of want to put in potatoes and carrots and that sort of stuff too. Just mix it up a little bit, make it look a little bit cooler, I think. Yeah, so the wood that we have here is going to be, I think, an orchard. Orchard? I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced orchard, right? Maybe. I don't know, but I kind of want to have a bunch of trees and that sort of stuff. Maybe like apple trees, maybe put the banana trees over here too. Just so we have kind of an area to separate the crops, like the smaller kind of one block crops between the trees that give us food. Maybe have a few of these wisteria trees in there too, because they look super duper pretty and cool. I just have a bunch of different trees in here. As you can tell, it's kind of a pretty big area. I think I want to have it not too big, not all the way up there or anything, but maybe like lead it all the way to here and kind of just have enough area to, you know, put a bunch of different trees and that sort of stuff, so we have easy access if we need different types of wood or something like that, apple trees and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna plan out a little bit more, work out a design for the fields. I will be back with you guys whenever I get that done. Ooh, speedy. I like how I got distracted. I came over here because I needed coarse dirt. Also, that's pretty cool. I came over because I needed coarse dirt, and I meant to go to the mesa biome right here because there's a bunch of coarse dirt up on the top. However, I kind of made my way. I went a little too far down instead of too far to the left. So ended up coming over here, and I heard a horse starting to die. So I tried to save it, but the snake got to it before I could, and that kind of stinks. So, yeah, but there's a ton of horses over here, and well, I think this one will be pretty good. I don't want to search every single one that I come across, and I think this one's pretty good. So, is there a gobber? Like, while I'm thinking about it, is there gobber horse armor? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to do that just yet. But I was hoping that there would be a gobber horse armor, because this gobber armor that we have on, it protects us from poison. So whenever we run into those plants that we saw back somewhere over there, I don't know where they are. Oh no, that's not it. The ones that give you poison. Also, what the heck? What is that? That looks like a turkey or something. Ah! Oh, these plants. The hemlock, yeah. So if we walk into those, we don't get poisoned, but I know my horse will, which kind of stinks. But I think having a horse would be super duper cool for these paths. Being able to run up with these. And by the way, I decided to come up with the path design. So if we just go back here real quick. It's a bunch of cobblestone. I think that's pretty alright, because using the chisel mod, we can select different textures for the cobblestone, and I think it looks super duper cool. And using some of this rocky stone from the Biomes You'll Go, it looks smoother than cobblestone, but it's not as smooth as regular stone, so I think it gives a good transition. And having all these other different textures kind of randomizes it a little bit more, but this will be closer to the actual village, I think, and then as we get closer and closer, I think we'll start smoothing it out and not using these cracked bricks or regular cobblestone. I think we'll start using these more disordered tiles, cobblestone from Chisel, just to make it look a little bit like more structuralized, I guess, a little bit cleaner as we get more into the city. But the further we go out, as you can see, I put path blocks down because I want to include a bunch of path blocks. There's some moss out here and that sort of stuff, kind of more unkept as we get closer to our house over here. Oh, pretty good jumper too. Wow. What is that, 3 blocks? Something like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the path. So I don't know what kind of bridge I'm going to go with. I think I might do a small one. I don't want to do an over-the-top one. Yeah, I still need to get the farm set up, so I haven't really done anything on the crops. I got a little too distracted. There's always a skeleton in this pond. Maybe I should get rid of the pond or put torches around it or something. That'd probably be a good idea. So we have this horse mod, and as you can see, it says I currently don't have a personal horse, which I don't know how to do that. Also, I hear zombie. Is that underneath me? So we have a Callable horse mod. Oh, there we go. Press P, and it's now my personal horse. Yo! Dude, this is awesome. Whoa, wait, so I can be like all the way over here or something. And the horse will... Oh! And it just teleports to you. Oh my gosh, this is such a useful mod. That is like one of the most useful mods I've ever used, I think. Also, is that a fly? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Looks almost like a fly from like Grounded or something. Okay, I hear that zombie down there. That's kind of weird. It's very muffled. So I can check the K with this. So speed is 2.6, jump is 8, health is 24. Last known dimension. So, dang, that actually, oh, okay. So if I press, oh no, I need to change the controls. There we go. Okay, so I wonder if I go back, let's go back to the horses real quick. Sorry, I really want to mess with this mod. I think it's a really cool mod, and I added it for a very specific reason, which was what we're doing down there in the past and that sort of stuff. I really want to be able to connect all of our villages or anything like that, all of our builds and that sort of stuff, using paths. And I really want horses to be a pretty good way of transportation. I don't want them to be very underwhelming. Okay, so we could check each horse like this, right? No, it's just our personal horse. So if we make this our personal horse, then we can check it. Okay. So this is now my personal horse. So we went above a 2.6. Okay, I'm just going to get on this donkey and 1.7. Nice, yeah. Terrible. Okay. So, yeah, we can just go around and do this. And I'll get back to you guys if I find a pretty good horse, a better one than the one that we currently have. Alrighty, guys. So I ended up finding another horse. The only issue about it is it has a huge finger. It has a huge cursor mouse as its hat. I don't know if I can change that. I hope I can, but I haven't found a way to do that yet. So every time that we ride, we're going to have this thing in our face if we're in first person. But luckily, third person or our F5 camera isn't too bad. There's still a huge finger, but you know, what can you really do besides, you know, look it up and find out how to change it? But I haven't done that yet because you know, gotta record video. So our horse there actually has a speed of, oh, I should probably go back in the first person. Has a speed of 2.7, which is only 0.1 higher than the one that we had, and its jump height is 1.4 lower. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know the scale on which the jumping is, the speed either, so I don't know if that goes all the way up to 10 or something like that, but yeah, this horse is pretty fast, but its jump height isn't nearly as good. So, yeah. The other horse is right over here. If it didn't wander off, yep, there it is. So we have these two. We can make a really fast horse with a slight amount of health, a pretty good healthy amount of health, and make it super speedy at least. So yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and get back to work on the path. I think, yeah, I'm going to get back to work on the path. I might go all the way down to the town circle or town square and work out a design for that. And then I think we'll call this good for this episode. And then I also want to work on the crops before we wrap things up. So I ended up getting more of the path done. Not a whole, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about this. Not a whole lot. So we already had this area done, but I kind of changed up a little few things. Like I put in some stairs and some slabs to kind of, you know, break up the ground, make it not all super duper level all the way throughout. But I went all the way over to the town circle, as you can see over there, and just, you know, added some stairs and slabs. The closer that we got to the town circle, you can see cobblestone, like more cobblestone over here, more rough textures. The closer that we got, it started using more smooth stone and rocky stone, just because those are smoother blocks, and these kind of cobblestone zag blocks. They look a little interesting, but they're pretty smooth, so decided to use them. As we came closer and closer, there's less and less cobblestone, or cobblestone variants even, and there's more smooth stone. So I think that's kind of what I wanted to go for, is not too much rough textures the closer you got to the town center, and more of the smooth stuff, because this is where it's going to be most kept up, is the town center. I was kind of thinking I was editing the video and that sort of stuff, and oh no, And the time on this video is kind of going a bit long. However, it's not as long as the other videos, but I do need to start wrapping up here. I have to get this video out to you guys in a reasonable amount of time, and I don't know if I'll be able to have more time after today, so I need to wrap it up now. Yeah, I will get a lot of this stuff tilled, and I will put crops in, so by the time that we come back for the next episode, that should all be pretty well almost done. Maybe not completely, but pretty close. The orchard, I might work on that next episode, maybe not in between, but the enchantment table I'm definitely going to get done in between episodes. I just didn't have time for that today, sorry. And oh my gosh, there's so many mobs. But I'm going to get the enchantment table done in between episodes, so hopefully whenever we come back, the first thing we do is enchant some of our tools. Hey, you just hit my horse. Ah, stop hitting my horse. I can't hit him, and I can't see him first person because this horse has a big finger on its head. Okay, I gotta sleep. Run, horse, or, well, actually, I can just call it, so yeah, go ahead and run. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the pathway down in the comments below. I'm glad to see there's a lot more people coming towards the channel. It's always great to see new faces and old faces, so just comment on my videos. I'll leave a comment on your guys' comment, and I really appreciate you all watching. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta go. Bye-bye. See you all in the next one. Don't worry, guys. I decided to change out my horse. Don't ask what happened to the other horse. Nothing happened to it. It is in a safe place. Oh, no.